Welcome back. This is our final conversation for this morning. Thank you for staying tuned with us. This one is about scouting Belize's future for the U-15 basketball stars. And we have joining us the president of the Belize Basketball Association, none other than Mr. Jacob Leslie. Mr. Leslie, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Nice to be here.
Thanks for joining us. It's good to have you on set this morning. So we're in scouting season, right? The U-15 basketball national team.
Yeah.
Talk a bit about this approach and what we're looking for.
Yeah, so we're doing basically the same thing we did 3 years ago when I first became president of the Basketball Federation. There used to be this narrative around Belize basketball that it's favoritism kind of thing. So we try to open it up and make sure we visit all the jurisdictions and see what talents are out there and then pick a pool of players to represent our country from it. We did it 3 years ago with the U-16 national team. Those guys are now 18 years old. Their last competition will be in the junior category this October for Central American Games. And then they will have to transition to the senior. And so now we have to replenish that pool of players in our junior level. And so this process is recruiting kids born in 2011 or later to compete next year. So they're going to compete next year in the U-15 Central Basket. But we want to identify them now so we can train them and get them prepared for that competition next year.
You know, you just said kids born in 2011,
I know, right?
and I was like, Jacob, what? Kids born in 2011? They're like
5?
They're like 5-year girls. What? That's so interesting.
Yeah.
But to talk about the type of representation that these kids that would essentially be recruited would get or would be able to give, let's speak about that.
Yeah. I mean, what the previous cohort did was put Belize in a place it has never been, right? So we went from in 2022 when I became president, we were unranked in basketball. And we are now ranked top 10 in the Americas.
Yes, I remember
so
when we talked about that.
We're ranked 59 in the world. And so we're just trying to continue to take steps forward and try to increase this exposure from the first cohort of kids. We have 7 of those kids who have received scholarships to college. We have 2 more of them right now in the United States being showcased to different college coaches and high school coaches in hopes of getting them other exposure. So the opportunity for them to put them on a global stage, to be seen, for coaches to see them and potential people to see the talent that they have and invest in them to create better opportunities for them that for some reason in Belize we just can't provide. We don't have the facilities, we don't have the resources, and so our job is to try to get these kids out so that they can maximize their potential.
Yeah, and these kids, they've convinced us, right, that they are worthy of being scouted by regional and international teams. They've convinced us through the hard work and the dedication that they've put in that they are world-class caliber players, right? Produced here in Belize. And I think that's important to note, which shows that we have more players like that here in Belize. It's just a matter of finding them and putting them in this sort of structured program. Talk about how the scouting will work. Where are we going? What are we looking for, etc.?
Yeah, so we start tomorrow. We start today actually. This afternoon at the Belize Civic Center at 1 o'clock. So we look at the kids in the Belize district, and then tomorrow we go to Dangriga. So we look at the kids in the south, and then on Thursday we go to Cayo, and then on Saturday we go to Bemapan. At the end of the month on July 27th, you go to Orange Walk to look at the kids at the north. But basically what we're doing is skill identification, right? We brought a coach Whipple from Ohio to help us with that. Talent identification, looking at the skills of the kids who are ready now or who are right on the cusp of getting ready to help us compete internationally and regionally. So this particular competition we're preparing for is the one we did 3 years ago in Belize. It's Central Basket, so it's not a regional competition, it's a little bigger than that. So it's the Puerto Rico, it's the Dominican Republic, it's Central America, and the Caribbean, right? So it's for these kids who are 14 years old right now. We're putting them on a grand stage, right? And many of these kids have not had the opportunity to compete a lot at their age group. So it's a great opportunity for them, but at the same time it could be overwhelming. And so when we try to do these things for the first one, we try to host these competitions in Belize so that at least they have the family support around them to support them. But it's like I said, what we're doing now is just talent identification. We're going to cut down, we're trying to get 100 kids, a pool of 100, and then over the months we cut it to 30. When you get that top 30, we replicate what we did with the U-16 team. We have an MOU with the Ministry of Education where we can get all of these kids a scholarship to attend school in Belize up to a bachelor's degree program. So those top 30 kids will have that same ability.
That's amazing.
And then as we get closer
wow.
to the competition date, then we pick the 12 that will represent us in the competition.
What do they need to have other than just skills? Do they need to have their documents in order? Because I know a lot of them will be traveling if they do get that opportunity to be selected.
We just ask that they come to the practice half an hour before with an ID so we can confirm their birth date. Whatever they need going forward, whether it be passport or visas, we facilitate that through the federation. We try to assist them in getting those documents that they don't have.
Fantastic.
Right. And how long can they expect to be in the sessions, like this afternoon?
And 3 hours.
3 hours.
It's a 3-hour session. We do from 1 to 4 in each jurisdiction. So tomorrow we'll be in Dangriga. That's from 9. And we run up to 12. So they're all 3-hour sessions. So we basically have 3 hours to show us that you have these requisite skills to represent Belize at this competition.
I'd love to just watch that. That sounds like it's going to be like super inspiring. For families or persons interested and wanting to reach out to know specific locations, I know you identified the jurisdictions, but for specific areas where they can go, how can they reach out to you guys?
I mean, they can reach me on my cell phone 610-2534. But all the information is also listed on our Belize Basketball Federation Facebook page. I want to encourage the parents or the siblings or family members to come out with the kids and lend them that support. I can tell you it's a lot of pressure you're putting on these kids, and sometimes the anxiety, the nerves gets the best of them. The parents and the siblings know these kids better so they can see it and then kind of calm them down so that we can see the best version of them. We don't want a kid to come there so nervous that they're unable to exhibit their skills and then the opportunity to pass them, right? So we ask the parents, I mean, I know it's during the week so people might be working, but send a cousin, send an uncle, send a sister, send a brother with them just to give the support to these kids. Because again, they're 14-year-old, 13-year-old, so it can be overwhelming for them, right?
Still sort of babies.
Well, Jacob, this is how we build the future of basketball in Belize. So I have to commend you, your team at the Federation. I think this is an excellent step, and I look forward to seeing the pool that you put together, their preparations in time for the Central Basket tournament. All our eyes are on Belize's youth basketball because of their performance last year and the year before. So excellent stuff, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, we got to wrap things up here, Paul. It has been a fantastic show with great conversations and even good food too. And so we have to say a huge thank you to all of our guests who joined us this morning, but also you guys for tuning in with us. It is June 8th, and if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday to ya. If you'd like to, July 8th. And if you'd like to give a birthday shout out, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can send us an email at oye@channel5belize.com.
You could also catch us live on Facebook every weekday morning at Open Your Eyes BZ.
As well as Instagram for behind the scenes contents, that's OYE Belize. You can even call us or text us on our OYE phone number. That's 675-2555. We also want to remind you that today is KTV The Remix.
Live show.
It's the first live show. Definitely get those tickets. They're only $5, and you can purchase them here at our studios on Coney Drive, as well as 88 Shopping Center here in Belize City. They're only $5. Come on out. And if you're not able to make it to the live show, though, you can also watch it online or on your local TV channels as well. Again, thank you so much for joining us, and please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow when you open your eyes
and start your morning right.
Until then, keep your eyes, your mind,
and your hearts open.
Have a wonderful Tuesday, Belize. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Open Your Eyes was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.